right, so we are gonna kind of talk about, why is it so dark? Talk about why we aren't going to Florida and our hard decision that we had to make, our adulting decision not to go. Because it was not easy, but it was a good decision in the long run, but so I'll have Ethan explain to you kind of like what happened that made us decide not to.
So we bought our house in 2015. The house was built brand 2014. We bought it in the spring of 2015, brand new. And so when a new house is built, in the remaining part of the year that it was built plus the year after, you only have to pay lot taxes. And then after those year and a half, 2 years, then it bumps up to full taxes once the house is homesteaded. And so we knew that was going to happen. So the first year that we had the house, I think we had to pay a total of $600 in lot taxes. The next year it jumped up to like $3,300, which we knew was going to happen. And we had prepared for that. However, we did not prepare for them to wait until May to assess our taxes and send those to the mortgage company. We figured they'd do it right away in January. So we got a letter from our mortgage company saying, this is going to be your new payment because the tax is going up, but there's also a shortage of like $2,100 because they waited till May to assess the taxes. So then our options were to either pay the $2,100 in full or to tack that on over the next 7 months. So our house payment would have gone up $350 to $400 total, which
on top of what it already was going up. So it would have been a total of,
no, it was gonna go up like $150.
right.
But if we would have spread the rest of the overpayment, we would have looked at like $350 total going up. So it would have gone up like another $200 had we not paid it in full.
And we are in major full swing of doing the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace Program, which we have talked about before. We did do it before. But it's like we did it but didn't do it all the way, so we still had debt that we wanted to pay off. He has a student loan, we have like some credit cards that we want to pay off, and I am like, I guess I was, when we got that call, I was, or the letter, I was like, oh my god, $2,100, I don't want to pay extra a month on my mortgage. I would just rather pay it and be done with it. And so our options were to pay it and still go on our vacation, which would be fine, but that money would be coming out of our savings account, which is basically our emergency savings account. Which to me, I was like, okay, obviously this is an emergency. We weren't expecting this, whatever. But we did pay insurance on our trip and we paid it in full. It was all paid off. It was like $2,300, I want to say.
Yeah.
$2,300. So we paid an extra $40, what was it, 100?
It was $80 per person, so like $160 total.
So we paid $160 so that we had insurance that if anything were to happen, we could cancel and get all our money back. I mean, obviously besides the insurance money. So we talked about it and we really thought about it and we were like, okay, what is gonna give us more peace, basically, more, just, what is the smartest thing to do? And I knew the smartest thing to do was to cancel the trip, but it was our 10-year anniversary and it's kind of like, you know, Ethan was like, you know, I really want to go on this trip, which I did too, but it was one of those things like, okay, we're going to take money out of our savings account. We would still have a nice savings account, but it would be lower and by $2,100. So, and then we would have to build that back up throughout the summer, which I wasn't all that excited for. I would rather be paying debt down than building our savings account back up, which basically we talked about was like, okay, do we, you know, and with his business or his job, the summertime is normally the slower time, so his commissions aren't as high, so we wouldn't be able to build that up as fast as we normally would be. And so, you know, we were like, okay, we're gonna make the decision and we're not gonna go. and it was really hard. And I wrote about it on Facebook, and somebody said, please make a video about it. And I was going to anyways, because I kind of want to do like a little, maybe a mini series on our debt, on our financial piece, like our, I don't know, journey towards being debt free. Our cars are completely paid off. We don't have any car debt, but we do have debt that we want to pay off. And we're expecting to be paid off by next, I don't know, within like 10 months probably, 10 months, I would say. We would be able to be financial, like debt free completely, no debt besides our house, obviously. So, yeah, that's kind of our decision, and that was what happened. It's a big bummer, but it's one of those things that it's like, okay, when we're debt free, we're gonna take a vacation, we're gonna go to the Florida Keys, me and Ethan, and we're gonna celebrate that way. Because to me, like I told him, I was like, I know 10 years is a big deal, but to me, going on vacation without any debt, which we didn't have debt on our vacation. We didn't put our vacation on a credit card. I understand that, but we still do have debt. So I was like, when we get debt free, we could take a vacation and we won't have to even stress about anything because we'll have no debt, no payments. And being debt free, we'd be able to save $500 extra a month that's not going towards debt. So, I don't know, that's kind of what we decided. It was definitely not an easy decision.
Yeah.
It was a big bummer.
Sometimes adulting sucks.
It really does. And the more we've been doing this Dave Ramsey thing, Ethan's a big car guy, and I really like cars too, and I've been talking, I really want to get a Ford Explorer, like a new one. And the more we talk about being debt free and all this stuff, the more I look at cars and car payments, I'm like, I don't ever want to have a car payment ever again. I don't want to ever be in debt again. So to save money for something like that eventually will be so much more rewarding when we actually get to buy it, because it's something that we like worked hard for, and we'll deserve it when we can pay for it fully in cash. And that's what we believe. So anyways, that's basically that. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and let me know if you guys want to see some like sort of series, and like if you have questions for us for like our, I don't know, our journey, I guess. I mean, we're not gonna go into like specific details because I think that might be like a little bit weird, but we will go into detail as much as we feel comfortable doing. I don't know. So yeah,